couple things regarding the Dead in the Water EP. So I've got 3 vinyl 7-inch records coming with a sleeve that it's going to be in that has this on the cover, but without the black border. So I ordered 3 of those, forgetting that all music that I release will have a colored border depending on what project it is. So the Drunken Boat project always has a black border, and I forgot to put that on there. So there's going to be 3 EPs that do not have the black border, but every other vinyl after that, I will add the black border. But I created this new cover for the digital version because I asked ChatGPT, is it necessary to have a digital version of a 3-track EP that's just for promotional purposes to promote the upcoming 3 LP album? And it said, yes, you should do that. And one of the reasons is when I send the vinyl to the rock magazines for review, they would rather have the vinyl but listen to the digital version. I guess it's easier that way. So I've already ordered that through CD Baby. And so by the time I get that vinyl, I'm going to have a press release that goes inside of it that will have a QR code that will link to the Spotify page for the EP in digital format. So the reviewers can listen to it that way. So that means, okay, we're done with this. That means I have to design the press release page. So here's the front. So this is the full view of the illustration with the text on it, like the cover. It's going to be 8.5 by 11, and I will order that through Vista Print. And I'll decide how many to get later, but I'm going to want to get however many I'm going to end up sending out to reviewers. I'll need that amount, plus if I have the 7-inch vinyl as a collectible, signed and numbered collectible, maybe there's 10, maybe there's 25, whatever, they'll also need the press release sheet unfolded. All the ones that will go to the rock magazine reviewers will be folded and put in an envelope. So that's the front. So then the back has to have all the information on it. So I went to ChatGPT and I typed in the information that I wanted in the press release and went back and forth with different information. Here's what we have here. It's going to be on the back. For immediate release, Dead in the Water EP introduces the expansive world of the forthcoming 3 LP vinyl album, The Drunken Boat. I think it should say by l.hunt. A new 3-song EP, Dead in the Water, marks the first official release. I think that should be the first official vinyl release, because I've had maybe 8 singles released from the Drunken Boat already in the last 3 years or so since I've been working on it. So marks the first official vinyl release for the forthcoming triple LP vinyl project, The Drunken Boat, written and produced by l.hunt. Serving as both a standalone work and a narrative entry point, the EP offers an early glimpse into the larger conceptual story rooted in l.hunt's own English translation of Arthur Rimbaud's classic French poem, published as a book available worldwide. I think it should say here, published as both a digital and printed book, as well as an audio book. Anyway, those 3 have to be in there. Not just published as a book available worldwide, but it's available on paper, digitally, and then there is the audio book of someone reading it with a French accent. So I have to figure out the right wording for that. Track listing of Dead in the Water, port side, and I think in parentheses it should say A, so they're understanding that it's the A side, just titled differently. There's the 2 songs, the train station song, Mystical Horror, starboard side, in parentheses B, From Calm to Chaos. Each track introduces key emotional and thematic elements that unfold across the full album, moving from stillness into disorientation and from structure into unraveling. The EP reflects a drifting journey where identity dissolves amid chaos, beauty, and existential tension. The full album, The Drunken Boat, is conceived as a 3 LP vinyl experience structured across 6 sides and 26 tracks. I'm not going to read that. There's a list of all 26 tracks. Drawing directly from l.hunt's translation and published literary work, The Drunken Boat bridges literature and music, transforming poetic narrative into a fully realized sonic and conceptual experience. The album moves from cycles of motion and stillness, intoxication and clarity, ultimately tracing a descent beneath and a departure from the surface. Dead in the Water is now available on all major streaming platforms, with The Drunken Boat forthcoming on vinyl and digital formats. And then contact your email/website. So that'll be on the back side of the press release sheet. So that's what I'm designing right now. But I can't get it printed until I have the QR code that will link to the Spotify page for the EP, which will not go live until after it's distributed to all digital partners of CD Baby. So it could be another 2 weeks or so.